Actually, yeah, I understand the class, so that's why I wear green. without any red. Yeah, so I mentioned that actually I made it. So I've got a roast. And also because this is something I made. Yeah, so I also do. Yes, that's my hobby. So I made a letter copy. So this is actually yes, yeah, and this is a mask holder. So mask holder. So so you put the mask there and you can clean it because it's in plastic. Yeah. So yeah. So you put haircut? No, same. I just cut it. Yeah. That's right. So this is the one for the winner. Yeah. So I'm not sure because I will invite the online participants to the game. Yeah. So I think if any event with the online participants, are they local? Where they are? Hong Kong residents. So they just online. Yeah. So still, I mean, in that case, if anyone win it, so online easily deliver to that person as well. Yeah. So this is a gift for the winner. Yeah. Preparation. Yeah. I hope everyone enjoy it because it's like with a gift and also some fun. Yeah. Especially December. Yes. Yeah. So how about the meeting? How this weekend?
No.
Oh,
No. Yes.
Event in this year. So that is
開始1分前となりましたので、ご着席をお願いいたします。
全然。62,500。3万で頼んどったじゃん。62,500。倍以上。もう全然話にならなかった。
香港の人事コンサルタントから学ぶセルフブランディング、日本と香港の文化的ギャップも踏まえてというテーマで本日の定例会を開始させていただきます。はい、本日の、テーマですけれども、オンラインでミュートになってなかったら、ミュートでお願いします。オンラインは聞こえてますか？聞こえてない方がいたら、もしカメラをオンにしてアピールしてます。大丈夫ですね。はい。オンライン聞こえてない方いたら、チャットとか送ってください。はい。じゃあ本日の講演テーマについてお話しさせていただきます。第187回香港和僑会定例会につきまして、人事コンサルタントのエルシー4氏をお迎えし、香港の人事コンサルから学ぶセルフブランディング、日本と香港の文化的ギャップも踏まえてというテーマでご講演いただきます。去る10月開催の定例会では、シューズケアのプロの指導のもと、職業やシチュエーションに合った好印象な着こなしを学びました。今回の定例会では、個々の会員の皆様のイメージアップにさらに役立てるよう、セルフブランディングをテーマとし、経験豊富な人事コンサルが日本と香港の文化的なギャップも踏まえて、香港でビジネスを成功させるために 和教である我々がどのようなセルフイメージを構築していくべきかレクチャーいたします。なお、講師の講演言語は、聞こえるけど音量が小さい。どうして多分ちょっと私の、マイクからそちらの集音がちょっと距離があるので、少しあれですね、はい、講師の方の声はよく聞こえるかと思います。はい、ちょっと私の声もちょっと小さかったと思いますので。これでボリューム最大です。ちょっと私の声が小さかったと思います。はい。そうですね、どこまで話した。はい。で、はい、で今日の本日の講演言語、英語となりますが、当会運営メンバーの、増山さんが逐次通訳と司会進行役を担当いたします。はい。そしてですね、本日の講演ですけども、はい、そうですね、今日はすみません、録画と Facebook ライブで配信をさせていただいておりますので、皆様ご了承お願いいたします。また、オンライン参加の方のはですね、ご質問については、チャット欄の方から送っていただくということでお願いいたします。ちょっとオンラインの方、声が出るとちょっとハウリングしてしまうので、基本的にオンラインの方はチャットで質問していただくということでお願いいたします。はい。それでは、本日の開会挨拶をですね、本日の通訳を担当する増山さんからお願いします。じゃあ、こっちのマイク。こっちのマイク。カメラにここで、はい、そのカメラに
はい、本日は皆様お集まりいただきましてありがとうございます。司会進行役を務めます増山と申します。なぜ私が司会進行役なのかというのもあるんですが、といいますのも、単純に今日お越しいただいたエルシーさん、私の友人でして、で非常に日本に興味をお持ちのですね、それからもうお仕事でも日本関係をやっていらっしゃるということで、ぜひ、和協会には今まであまりなかったですね、香港人から見た視点というのをぜひ皆様にご紹介できればなということで、今回私が一応中心になって企画をさせていただきました。で、タイトルといたしましてはですね、パーソナルブランディング&カルチャーというこのスライドが出ていますけれども、まさにセルフブランディングというところ、どんな職業の方であってもなんていうか当てはまるものではテーマではないかなと思いますので、ぜひ、日本人と香港人のカルチャー的なギャップというものも踏まえながらお話をいただいて、皆様のお役に立てればと思っております。で、
Of the next slide. Yeah. Okay.
で、進め方についてすみません、一つだけお話をさせて、訂正といいますか、変更がちょっとございまして、逐次通訳をすると、逐語通訳をするというようなことを申し上げたんですが、ちょっと同時通訳をすると技術的に非常にオンライン参加の方は特にものすごく聞きづらくなってしまいますし、かといって段落を区切って私が訳すというのもちょっとさすがに時間との関係で非現実的だろうということで、エルシーさんが今回非常に平易な英語かつビジュアルツールも使いながら解説をしてくださいますので、おそらく英語で皆さん聞く分には問題ないんじゃないかというふうに私の方で勝手ながら判断をいたしまして、基本的にエルシーさんの方でお話しいただくという形を取りたいと思います。で、ただどんなことを話されるかというのを私の方で簡単にご紹介を先走って日本語でさせていただきたいと思います。画面に出ておりますけれども、アジェンダということで、まずエルシーさんの方から簡単なお話をいただいた上でですね、ちょっとアイスブレイク的にオープニングアクティビティということで、簡単なクイズを今日用意して、くださっていますので、これは皆さん参加型です。で、別になんか指名されて答えるとかそういう話では全くありませんので、気軽な気持ちでぜひ参加していただければと思います。で、そのクイズ、オープニングアクティビティが終わりましたら、エルシーさんの方からパーソナルブランディングというのは何なのか、どんなふうなものなのかということですとか、どうやってそういう自分のセルフブランディングというものを高めていくべきなのかとか、 そういうことをですね、ご紹介していただきたいなというふうに思っています。で、最後、特に皆さん、ここが一番ご興味あるところかと思うんですけれども、香港人と日本人のそのギャップというところも踏まえて、最後に少し Tips をご紹介いただくような形です。で、最後、ロールプレイを前回の定例会に引き続いてなんですけれども、いたします。平原会長と私の方で、ちょっと実際にですね、我々のパーソナルブランディングについて、エルシーさんにご指導いただくというところで、ほぼぶっつけ本番なので、エルシーさんからどんな辛辣なコメントが来るかというのも楽しみなところでございます。皆様の前の恥をかきながら、皆様の教材になればなというふうに思っております。そういった形で本日は進めさせていただきますので、それではよろしくお願いいたします。
はい、増山さん、開会の方、ありがとうございました。今日はちょっとプログラム変更で祝日予約がつかないということになりましたので、もしオンライン参加でちょっと英語の説明よくわからなかったというところがありましたら、チャットで送っていただければ、私から質問をさせていただくようにしたいと思います。それでは、エルシーさんですね、はい、プロフィールをお読みさせていただきます。エルシー4ですね、エルシーコンサルティング、エルシーコンサルティング LLC、日本創設人事コンサルタント、25年以上にわたってアジアの大規模グローバル企業の人事部門で培った経験を生かし、戦略的な人事アドバイザリー、プロジェクト管理、組織プロセス改善などのコンサルティングサービスを提供していらっしゃいます。香港を中心にアジア全体で事業展開する企業を顧客とするほか、日本での講演経験も豊富であります。香港ロータリークラブ地区3450理事もされていらっしゃいます。はい、それではエルシーさん、ご講演の方よろしくお願いいたします。
Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Yes? Okay, yeah. Konbawa. Thank you for having me to share this personal brand and culture, sharing with all of you. So happy to see a few familiar faces. Last time I was here in the October meeting. Okay. So today, actually, we will have some games. we started the session. That's what Masuyama said. Actually, there is an opening activity. I just want to create some interesting part because otherwise, if you sit there, it's the end of the day. Probably it's a little bit sleepy. Okay? So I want to make sure that everybody is interested in this topic. So if you feel that I'm actually speaking too fast, let me know. I will try to slow down a little bit just to make sure everybody okay to understand. Okay. So usually when you have workshop, you probably ask people to put away your phone, right? So this time I want you to take out the phone because you use the phone for the game. Okay. So let me just go to the game, and then I will explain how it works. Okay. So let me just go to the. Okay, so let me just hide this one. So first of all, please have your phone. You can input this joinmyquiz.com/pro. So for those participants online, you can also do the game together. Yeah, because the most interesting part is the winner of the game. There is a special gift for that winner. So I prepare a little souvenir for the winner. Hello. Yes. So after you input the device, joinmyquiz.com/pro, you put the enter join code, and then you can actually type in your name in there. Yeah, so whichever name you like. Because the quiz is actually in Japanese, please try. Yeah, so I'll put it, yeah. Enter the join code. Okay, so let me check whether it's okay. Yes, and then you press start. Yeah, so I suppose you will see your name on the screen. Okay, so let me just go down. Yes, so I've got people joining in now. Okay, so it's whether you check whether you've got your name in there. Okay, so I give you a few minutes. Yeah, you can use whatever name you. Okay, sure. Yeah. Yes, you put the join code. Yes. Yeah, I can hear that people are joining now. Is it online? Is it showing?
This screen is not sharing at this moment.
Okay, so let me just share this one.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay, so for participants online, please, you can see that there is the screen. Use your device to input joinmyquiz.com/pro and then put the join code. So I've got 10 people joined already. 11? Yes, coming. Okay, I give another minute or so. Yes, please try. Yes, we've got participants joining. Okay, all good in here? Yeah, all good?
Sorry, I'm behind the schedule.
No problem, we can wait. No hurry. We've got a few, yeah, a couple of minutes more. Yeah, so I just want, like more people to join. So when I press start, okay, so after I press start, you will input the answer on your phone. Okay, so you choose the answer that you feel this is a correct answer. So as per the question. And then after that, on the screen, actually, it shows who is the one that answered the correct one the fastest. Okay, so it will come up. The screen will keep coming up with different people. Okay. Yep. Natalie, all good?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, you are in there. Okay. So shall I start? Shall I start now? On Zoom, is it okay? Yeah, still someone is joining. Yeah, so I just wait, maybe give 30 seconds. Oh, you see? I've got a few more people joining. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I want to include everyone because the gift, even on screen, online, they are still eligible for the gift. Okay. All good? Okay, good. Okay, let me start now. You use your phone to answer it. Is waiting.
Following.
Oh, actually not yet. You're not yet. Okay. So now I have actually more than 7 people already achieved the quiz. Yeah. So the quiz has to wait everybody finish. Yeah. Okay, okay, right. Okay, let me just pause in here. If I edit, I'm not sure whether it will come up, the result, but actually the first one is Shelley. Shelley, oh, okay, okay. Well, they're well done. Okay, so let me just edit. Okay, the first winner is Shelley. The second one is Midori Town, and also Oji-san. I'm not sure whether it's Oji-san. Okay. Anyway, so Shelley is the winner. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, so I'll give you the prize later. Thank you. Okay. So well, it's just a very quick game. The reason behind I want to do this game is to bring in my topic of you know, bringing in the concept of being. Okay, let me just share the screen about culture and also about personal brand. Okay, so just right now we talk about the introduction and also the opening. So let me just a little bit about myself. Let me get into it. So this is my kanji name. Easy to remember. Judy Ong. Judy Ong. I'm the same surname as Judy Ong.
Not sharing.
Not sharing. Okay, right. Okay, so let me just go back to the sharing screen. Okay, good. Okay, so I think that's much more easier to remember. I'm not any relative with Judy Ong, by the way, but I'm with the same last name. But in Hong Kong, we call Yung. So that's why my full Chinese name is called Yung Weiman. Okay, it's Elsie. So I work in human resources for long, and also down there you can see actually the companies that I work for, with definitely with the Japanese connections, mainly with the Qantas and Jetstar, because I also look after the Japan market in Qantas, and the last one with Aesop, the skincare company, I also look after the Japan market. So over the last 5-6 years, I travel to Japan quite often. So I built the network there. So that's also my pleasure to share this experience with you here. Okay. One more personal tip. Not personal tips, but one more personal thing I want to share. I'm a working mom. I've got 3 daughters. Yeah. So yeah, 3 elder, quite old daughter now. Yeah. So they are all my eldest one actually she's working. The second one and the third one, they are in universities. Yeah. Okay. So I also do a lot of you know, like social contributions. I contribute a lot in the social work and also the volunteering. Just a little bit about myself. Okay. Right. So let's go to the content. So I actually would like to ask 2 questions to you before I go into the content. Okay. So if I ask 5 people who know you that they think you are good at, or what they think makes you unique, what would they say? And would they give you the same answer that you might say about yourself? Okay, so no need to let me know, but I just want you to think about it, because in here, I appreciate that, you know, our members, in here, you are either the founder or the leader of the company. So I want to trigger the thinking about, how you present yourself as a leader, based on your personal branding. So just 2 questions for all of you. Like if I ask 5 people about you, what do they say? Do they remember you and do they remember your expertise? Okay, so keep it to yourself first, and then we'll talk about it later. Let me just introduce what is a brand, because today we talk about self-brand, personal brand, right? So Steve Gordon, so he's the famous marketer in US. Also, he's an author, and also he do a lot of programs. So he explained a brand is the set of expectations, memories, stories, relationships that taken into account on the customer's decision to choose one product or service over another. Okay, so there are a few keywords here. A few keywords. Expectations. So you expect something from that person, or you expect something from the brand. Okay. May I know a show of hands here who use iPhone? Oh, okay. So majority of us in here use iPhone. I'm an Android user. Who is with me? Android user. Okay. So there are a few. Yes. So why you choose iPhone? Why you choose iPhone? Anyone? Why you choose iPhone?
Now, Apple is the mainstream in the world.
Mainstream. Okay. Okay. So this is your expectation on the brand, right? Okay. So how about okay. So how about, is there any stories behind? About Apple? What is the story of Apple? What is the story of Apple? Yeah. So who is the one that is famous for Apple? Steve Jobs. Yes. Okay. So you remember him, right? So because he's like the main character of Apple and create different products and people like it. Yeah. Maybe probably for Android, you only remember maybe Samsung, Android, Sony. They are using Android, using the platform, right? But you probably don't remember much. Yeah. Okay. So iPhone is that special because you remember the brand. Okay, so how does it work for a person then? Because I'm not talking about service now. I'm talking about person as a professional. Okay, so personal brand is something that you are known for. So that means people know about you. So whenever they say your name, they will know about you. So immediately remember you. Okay, so whenever people talk about Elsie, so they remember me. I'm doing HR. Yeah, because I'm doing it as a profession, and also I'm constantly demonstrating that I'm performing this kind of expertise. And also the impression of others form when they think of you, a combination of interactions. So how you interact with each other, experiences, prior knowledge, public opinion, personality, reputation, and that more that is associated with your name. Okay. So again, there are so many keywords here, but let me give you an example of a personal brand. Okay, I know I probably would imagine everybody know this person. Oh, okay. Who's she? Seiko. Yeah. Can I have a show of hands who knows her? Yeah. Well, I believe. Must be quite a number of you know her, right? Okay, so of course, I personally, this is the time I started to learn Japanese when she at that time, performing quite frequently, and that was the time that in Hong Kong we have a strong presence of all the singers. Yeah, so Seiko, and then. Akina, my idol, and so on and so forth, but like Machi, yeah, okay. But how do you think about her? Do you like her? No, I can see some head shaking here. No. So who thinks she's positive? She's good. Okay. Yeah, we do have a few people think that she's good. So who thinks that she's not that great? No. No? Okay, you're being polite, I know. So she has a brand that actually combining positive and negatives. Okay, so at the beginning, maybe everybody likes her because she's an idol. But after that, she has different news. Yeah, so she's on her personal life, or maybe even on a professional life. So she has different news, right? So people feel like, okay, so probably she's no longer our idol. But recently, I saw her on the channel, I mean, on some TV programs. She still looks very young. I mean, to me, I still think she looks very young. So somehow she's been in the show business for long. I think that's like 40 years or something. But ups and downs, right? Ups and downs, ups and downs. So that's why I'm trying to bring in here personal brand, even though you've done nothing, the brand is already there. So people already form an impression on you. So for example, as I said, my profession is HR. So people also know me that I'm a mother of 3 daughters. Okay, so I'm very clear that I'm a mother. So I don't want to hide myself as not being a mother. I'm also proud to let people know that I'm a mother. Okay, so that's my brand. For Seiko, she has a brand of being positive or negative. Okay, but there's something maybe probably she can't control. That's why personal branding, this is not an option because people already form a view on you. Yeah, so they will already got an impression about you, whether your profession or about your personal life. Okay, so that's why this workshop or this sharing is to show you, okay, so how we can maintain your personal brand to be a positive one on the professional level and also on the personal level. Okay, so this is a lot of options. So either, if you don't do anything, is the brand is already there. So people have already formed an impression. Okay, so before we move on, there's some tips for you to understand yourself as a leader. Okay, because everybody here, you have your own profession. You are a high standard profession, right? So we need to understand about yourself first. Okay. So how you define yourself is, first of all, you need to understand your motivation. So can I ask, why you want to join Wa Guy? Can I ask? Anyone would like to volunteer? Yes.
I let myself know more people. I like more people know about me.
Okay.
Kind of advertisement.
Okay. Kind of advertising. Okay. Good. Okay, thank you, Natalie. So, any volunteer? Why you join Wa Guy? Or why you come to this meeting today? You want to meet more new people, or you want to build your connections here, or maybe you want to enjoy the food later. Right? So we've got some food. So for whatever reason, that's the motivation. Whenever you are at a professional level, if you want to achieve something, there is always a motivation to do it. So either your business, you want to help people, or your business is that build a better world. Yeah. Or you want to build your network, or you want to expand your business to other countries. Okay, so there is always a motivation. And also, in order to get that motivation, you need to be more proactive. So I know that in general, in Asia, doesn't matter in Hong Kong or in Japan or in Korea or in other Asian countries, we tend to be quite reactive. Yeah, this is how our education to be. So my daughters, they actually study in international schools. So the good thing for international schools is that they always like to raise up their hands to ask questions. I personally study in a very traditional school. So cannot, like don't ask questions because the teacher don't like it. Yeah. So that's why that's up to the education. We are very reactive. However, I think in order to build your brand, you need to be more proactive. Try to reach out, try to do things more initiative in a way. Okay. And also, two other tips is that you need to build your influence. Okay, so as a leader, you always influence other people. You always influence your staff. And also you all have to influence your clients and also influence your connections. Okay, so that they can understand you, you have that presence. Okay, and at the same time, we also create credibility. Yeah, so you need to be credible. Yeah, people trust you, build the trust. Yeah, so I think in particular for working business with Japanese, the Japanese company, they like to build the trust. So first of all, before they know to do the business with you, they need to build the trust first. I think this is also very universal for a lot of countries. We need to build the trust first, okay, before we get into talking about business or talking about other opportunities. Okay, yeah. So that two highlights again, to share with you. So let me share with you a few leaders. Maybe you can think about it. So what kind of leaders are you? What sort of approach that you are running your business? Okay. Who is that? I've got the name in here. Richard Johnson. Okay, so do you know who he is? Yes, please. Yes, do you know who he is? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you know, right? Okay, so what sort of business that he's running? Yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so Virgin, yeah, that's the name of the company, right? So Virgin, they actually run a few businesses. So they have the airlines, and they have the Virgin. They have also music. Also, he also now thinking about to go to the space. Yeah, the rocket. So he's got so many ideas. This type of leaders, we call it is a star type. Everybody, yeah, I like this leader. So whenever Richard comes out, everybody shouting, everybody cheering. So this is a star type. Are you that type of leader? When you go to the office, is it your staff say, yeah, my boss is here. I like you to be here. Okay, maybe it's just too shy to tell me. Maybe you say, yes, that's good. My boss is here. Okay, so this is a star type. Another type, okay, so this is Jeff because, okay. So do you know who he is? Amazon, yes, very good, thank you. Yes, Amazon. Do you know that when initially Amazon started, do you know what they were selling? Yes? Books, that's right, thank you. Yes, initially when Amazon started, they only sell books. But imagine right now, Amazon sell what? Everything, yeah? So fast, and also so fast, Amazon Japan. I remember when I stay in Japan, I try to order some Amazon, from Amazon. They're so quick, like I ordered today and then next day morning, they arrive at my place already. So very, very quick. So this type of leader is called the brain type. So they use the brain. So they change the existing business to make it differently. Okay, so looking at your business now, maybe your work. So are you this type of brain type leader? So every time you think about it and any different ways of working of your business. Okay, so this is a brain type leader. Maybe I believe that in here must be a lot of you. Keep thinking. What sort of things that I can do better, and what sort of other business that I can explore. Okay, yeah. So this is the brain type. And the third one I want to share, this is something maybe you know him. So Iwata Satoru-san, okay. So he ran the Nintendo, right? Nintendo. Yes. So who played Nintendo here? Okay. So what is the popular one? Nintendo right now. What is popular? The game. Yeah, so the Switch, yes. I haven't played Switch, but I played Game Boy. That shows my age. Okay, so who has a Game Boy before? Yes, I think a lot of you have Game Boy, right? Yeah, it's quite fun. I play, it's still black and white at that time, the Game Boy. Yeah, so yeah, don't tell other people how old am I, leader is a special type. So they are best known for results. Iwata-san, so unfortunately he passed away a few years ago, but at the time that he was with Nintendo, so he actually turned around the business. So at one point, Nintendo was really, really bad. Nobody played Nintendo. Which one is the competitor of Nintendo? PlayStation from Sony, right? Yeah, Sony. And also there is one is called which one? Sega. Yes, there is one Sega, right? Yeah, but still, right now people are talking about Switch. Yeah. Yeah, they have different so many games. They use also the celebrity, the lady, so to be the like the model of Switch. Yeah, he always plays on the. I remember the name. Sorry. Gaki. Yes, Gaki. Yeah. So he's now the advertising. So he's playing Switch in there. Yeah. So that is something turn around the business. So maybe some of you actually you've been in the business for long and you acquire another business. Yeah. So you buy companies. Yeah. And then you as a leader you would turn around that business. Yeah. Because used to be that company was really really bad. But as a brain type, result type of leader, you turn it around. You change it to a new business, or you change it to a more profitable one. Okay, so that is the leader type that you can think about, about yourself. Whether which type are you, broadly, but this is something that is definitely related to your personal brand. Because people know you as like, oh, you are the star type, everybody loves you. Or maybe you are the result type, or you may be the brand type. Okay, yeah. So this kind of CEOs, we have some tips to how to continuously improve your brand. Okay, so there are a few tips here. First of all, invest in yourself. So I think the most important for running a business is that you need to be healthy. I think a lot of times, even the CEO or the key leader of the company, unfortunately, have some issues, health issues. So they cannot run the business anymore. Yeah. So I think invest in yourself is really keep yourself healthy. Yeah, I think this is most important. Don't talk about any management leadership. Keep yourself to be healthy. Okay. So invest in yourself. Invest your time. Second one is to provide a positive impressions, online and offline. So may I check who uses Facebook here? Okay, yes, yeah, a lot of people use Facebook. May I know who uses LinkedIn? Yes, okay, yes. So those are the online platforms, yeah. So face-to-face, of course, when you meet your client, when you meet your connections, those are the face-to-face, yeah. So make sure that your presence, your branding is the same. So if you have a very positive brand face-to-face, make sure when you comment on Facebook, they are also very positive. Because otherwise people say that, what happened to that person? I know that person well, face-to-face meeting, that person is very, very positive. But why he makes those negative opinions on online, on Facebook, yeah, maybe on LinkedIn. Some of them they did. So make sure you've got both online and offline presence to be positive. Okay. Find your brand values. Okay. So what is your brand values? What you are offering. So imagine your brand, your company, and your service, or maybe your product. So what you are offering, that's the value. You might want to give, for example, if you want to give people a better life, or you want to provide a very, very high quality products to your clients. So those are the values that you provide. So keep that in mind. Whenever people think about your name, they know that you provide those kind of services. Okay. Confident and authentic. So being confident, but at the same time, be yourself. Yeah. I know, again, education system in Asia is that we probably Yeah, because the teacher doesn't want us to, didn't want us to be active. So a lot of times the students are lacking of confidence because the teacher probably say, oh, you are no good. And also the parents keep saying that you are no good. Yeah, you need to work hard. Yeah. So from the education point of view, we keep saying that we felt that we are not no good. So that's why the confidence level is down. So I think for as a professional, you need to help yourself to build your confidence. Okay. So try your very best. And also when you interact with people, I think that will help you also to build the confidence. Go out there to talk to people and so on and so forth. Okay. But at the same time, being authentic, be yourself. But I understand from, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I understand that the Japanese education, okay, the education say that you cannot be yourself. You have to hide your face. There is a saying, right? So you need to hide your emotions. And also at the same time, you cannot stick out your head, right? Yeah. So that is something maybe in different culture. I will talk about a bit of the cultural gaps there. But in different culture, it's actually you probably want to work hard to change some of the things when you learn at school, because the education system itself probably have some challenges. Yeah, in not so much related to the real world. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is part of the tips. And also grab opportunities, grab every opportunity. Make sure that you see the right timing. You want to go for it for that business. Yeah. So for me, I grab every opportunity that I grab. Lucky, I grab this opportunity so that I'm lucky to be here to share my knowledge with you guys. Yeah. So if I don't raise up my hand, say I want to do it, hopefully nobody, maybe they're not aware that I'm interested in it. Yeah. So that means the opportunity is there. I need to grab it. The last one is continuous improvement. Yeah, so keep working hard, to improve yourself. If you have something not so well, so you just work on it. Yeah, okay. I just want to show an example about the personal brand here. So when you Google me, I just show a snapshot here. When you put Elsie Yung. First of all, it shows my website, the heading of my website. And the second one is actually show my LinkedIn profile. Yeah. So I consistently work out my brand to make sure that it's consistent. Yeah. So I want to give my clients a very clear picture that I'm supporting HR and also people business. Yeah. And do different, like I'm a color consultant, and also I'm supporting startup and SMEs, owners, to build the HR processes. Yeah. So I'm very, very clear. So that's why every time, every touch point, if I do, it's consistent there. Yeah. So maybe one homework for you, one homework tonight, go back and check on Google or Yahoo, type your own name and see what comes up. Okay. I think it's very interesting. You probably don't realize that you maybe have a picture in there, which unfortunately on Google, I realized there was a really, really bad picture of me. I tried to contact the organization to remove that, but they don't. That was really, really bad. That was at one point on an online event, and they took a snapshot of me. It was really bad, but it was there. Anyway, yeah, so you can Google yourself and see what things come up for your name, okay? This is your brand. So how to build your brand story? Talking about your brand is actually basically tell a story. So people will be interested. They will be very, very, like detailed to listen to you because this is your story, okay? So we talk about every great brand has actually an origin story. So if like a great brand, for example, I use the brand of Apple. Okay, so you know that there's a story behind Steve Jobs and also his past experience. Okay, any other brand you think they have a very, very good story? Any other brand, Japanese brand? Toyota. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. Toyota. What is the brand story then? Any keyword for that brand story? Are they innovative? Toyota? Yeah. Yeah. In the past, probably. Yeah. I'm not sure right now, but Toyota, yes, very strong, very solid brand. Yeah. Okay. So when you think of Toyota, you think about Japan, right? So very clear. People know that Toyota, Japan. Yes. Okay. Any other brand that you think about? Any brand that is very strong. You mention the name, you immediately know that brand.
Panasonic.
Panasonic. Yes, that's right. Yes. Panasonic related to what is the brand story of that?
Founder,
Mhm.
so unique.
Yes.
Founder, Mr. Matsushita, so unique,
Okay.
innovative.
Innovative. Yes. Yes. So Panasonic, my impression of Panasonic is high quality. Yeah. So every time when I ask people to buy the fan or or any other home appliances, buy Panasonic, don't buy Sanyong. You know Sanyong, right? Yeah. So it's not existing, right? Sanyong already finished, right? But I still remember when I was young, we also buy a lot of Japanese products. But every time my parents say, don't buy Sanyong, don't, because it will break easily. Yeah. Is it the case in Japan? People feel like Sanyong is no good, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just my impression. maybe it's just my impression. And also another brand. It was in Hong Kong before, Yaohang. Right? I still remember when they opened, they have the fireworks. Yeah, near my home because I live in Sha Tin. So they opened the first store in Sha Tin. Whole firework on the river. Yeah. So and that's after maybe 10 years or so, they disappear. Yeah, they exit from Hong Kong. Is it still in Japan, right? Yaohang is it in Japan? No more. No. Oh, okay. So no more the brand. Yeah. So that's why the brand story, people remember them. But of course, good or bad, they remember good things or they remember the bad things. Yeah. So that means when you tell your own brand story, I want positive brand story. Okay. So later on, we have some role play in here to tell about their story. Okay. And then when you do to tell the story, you need to identify the audience. You need to tell the audience correctly. Yeah. For example, if your audience is your client, so you need to tell the story about your brand to your clients so that they understand your brand. For example, if your audience is your investor, okay, the story would be different. Yeah. And also maybe the story, if your target audience is your employees, the brand value and the brand story will be different. Okay. Yeah. So emotional connection. So build that connection with the brand. So people think about you, think about Elsie, they will say, oh yeah, Elsie is good. But maybe other people, they say, oh no. So Seiko, no. So the brand, the emotions connection is no good. Yeah. Okay, so that's important. Okay, so the next one is about some cultural gaps in there. Yeah, so because personal brand is also very, very much relate to culture. Yeah, because different education, different culture, you might be presenting your brand differently. Okay, so let me just go through some of the elements in here, Japan versus Hong Kong. So I would like to welcome some thoughts also from my audience here, because I'm from Hong Kong. I kind of have a lot of connections in Japan, but I'm not 100% familiar with Japanese culture. So correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so first of all, personal versus professional. Okay, so what I'm saying here is we present our brand, we present from a personal level and also from a professional level. Yeah. So how about when you meet someone new, do you tell much about your personal things? In Japan, is it common that you tell them that I'm married, I have how many children, and I have 2 cats, or do you do that? Or not really? No, right? Yeah, so probably you just say something very generic about yourself, or maybe your profession, maybe something, which company you're working, something like that, right? So it all depends on the culture. A lot of times when I interact with Western people, I do, work in Australia, work in a different geographical area. So they tend to talk about a little bit about personal too. Yeah. So they will talk about their hobbies. They will also talk about, for example, if they have 2 cats, they will tell me that they have 2 cats. Yeah. So it's a different thing, like how to bridge that. If you're willing to share, I think it's on a professional level as well. No need to tell about your secret to others. But at the professional level, maybe it's actually easier to build the brand. Because, for example, I tell you, I've got 3 daughters. So probably after that, you remember, Elsie has 3 daughters. Yeah. So it doesn't harm. I'm also welcome to say that I'm a mother of 3. Yeah. Okay. So it depends on situation, of course. I respect that. If you want to keep your personal as a private, that's fine. Yeah. But somehow maybe you want to try a little bit, talk a little bit more about yourself. Yeah. Okay. And another one is the workplace culture. So may I check if you choose, everybody, of course, in here now working in Hong Kong, if you choose, do you prefer to go back to Japan and work full time in there? Anyone choose to go back to Japan? If the border opens, did you want to go back to Japan and work full time in there? Anyone? No? Everybody shaking their head. Okay, why? The workplace culture there is very different, right? I also realized that first thing, whenever I stay in Japan office, they always stay late. So they stay until 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, but they were chatting. They were they're not working, but they chit chat with each other. And then they stay late. Yeah. So I said, why you don't go back home? He said, I just want to stay behind. Yeah, to have some conversations with my colleagues. In Hong Kong, the younger generation right now, 6 o'clock, shut down their laptop, go. Yeah. So they have their personal, very, very balanced work-life balance, right? So the culture is very much different. Yeah. I have a Japanese teacher, so she's a lady. She also married to a Hong Kong husband. She preferred to stay in Hong Kong too. She said, never, don't go back to Japan full time. Yeah, because the culture is very, very different. Okay, yeah. And also the dining etiquette. Yeah, the other day I shared with Yama-san. Do you when you go to the restaurant in Japan, you don't share table, right? Yeah, you have your own table. Yeah, even though you have one person, you will sit at your table. Not a random person will sit in front of you, right? In Hong Kong, of course, we share table all the time, in particular peak hours. And also in the Yamcha place, Yamcha place, they use the tablecloth to roll the tablecloth and then say, this side is yours, this is my side. They always put the tablecloth in between and then share spaces. Yeah. This is very typical in Hong Kong. Also in China too. They like to share table. Personally, of course I don't like it, in particular now COVID, right? Like you don't want to share someone that you don't know, but they still, they still sharing table. And also dining, the way of like having meals is very, very different. One thing quite interesting I realized in the Japanese way, you always have the gohan at the end, right? Am I right? If you have a meal, the gohan is the gohan, no? Kind of, no, not really at the end, yeah. But it's very similar with the Korean culture. So when I work in Korea with my colleagues, so after a full meal, very, very full, everybody full, they said, ramen. Yeah, so they order the ramen at the end. I said, why? You guys are still not full? He said, no, we are like this. Like we have to have the carbohydrates at the end. I said, okay. That's quite funny. Maybe not. Yes, a few of my Japanese colleagues say that they will order the gohan or maybe the is there onigiri at the end? Yeah. So the carbohydrates at the end. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not everyone. That's why. Yeah, we are now saying that Hong Kong people, they're very cautious about health. They cut down every carbohydrates. They don't eat carbohydrates anymore. Yeah. Okay. So that's the dining difference. Way of communication. Yeah. One of the observations is that, when I write emails to my Japanese colleagues, they tend to have introduction, all the greetings in the front, and then the content, and all the closing. Yeah. So for us, we probably just go for the content. Yeah. So say maybe how are you, and then all the content there. Yeah. So the way of communication is very different. But I guess majority of you has been in Hong Kong for long, so you get used to it. Maybe you dealing with your customer in Hong Kong, you will be becoming more direct. Yeah, because that's the way how it works. And also one thing I realized, Hong Kong people, they are so impatient, very impatient. So when you go on the FTR, you have been pushed by everyone. But the funny thing is, I was being pushed in the train in Tokyo too. I was on the train. I was literally, I have to stand on my tiptoe because everybody pushing me. I was suffocated almost because my place is actually in South Osaka, which is one stop to Shinjuku. So by the time South Osaka is already full of people from KO line. So when I went in, I have to carry like this, yeah, because everybody pushed me. At first, I thought, no, in Japan, not really like this. But no, I was actually wrong. Is it also happening in other cities outside of Tokyo? Is it also the same? People push you in the train?
Like Osaka.
Osaka? People push you too? Yeah. Is it that there are staff that they keep pushing people into the carriage, right? Also in Osaka. Oh really? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. So in Hong Kong, we don't we don't do that. We just ask people to go in. Yeah, those assistants, right? They're wearing in yellow. Yeah. But they don't push people because in Hong Kong you cannot touch them. Yeah. But I know in Japan, the assistant help to push, right? Yeah. So it's quite different in that the way of communication. And also gender. Okay, gender perception. I guess this is also something also very unique. I mean, in Japan, also in Korea too. Yeah, that's why ladies like to come to Hong Kong because you are more liberal. You can do whatever you want, but probably not in Japan. Still, right? So they have a perception on you, on a female. So what should you do in Japan, but not necessarily in Hong Kong? Yeah, you can do quite a few things you want. Yeah, and also for me, of course, I'm a gaikokujin when I am in Japan, so I break every rules. I just pretend. I don't speak Japanese. Of course, I can't speak Japanese. So I break every rules. I said, okay. So anyway, yeah, that's something funny. But that is true. I mean, if you want to build your personal brand, somehow or the other, you need to break those rules because otherwise you won't be able to go out of your comfort zone. Okay. So the last one is about gift. Okay. Can I ask? Can you give handkerchief to people in Japan? Can you do it that? Handkerchief, right? Yeah. But do you know that giving out handkerchief in Hong Kong is no good? Yeah. So because at one point I received a handkerchief from my friend, and then I would say, oh, so you don't want to see me anymore because the handkerchief represents tears breaking up. So if you give handkerchief to your boyfriend or girlfriend, that means I want to break up with you, yeah, or I want to leave you in the Hong Kong context. Okay. Can you give away clock as a gift? In Hong Kong? I mean in Hong Kong. Can you give clock? No. Clock is no good. Yeah, because it represents death. Okay. But I know in Japan it's okay, right? Yeah, give away clock. Can you give away shoes? Can you buy shoes for others? Shoes as a gift in Japan? Okay. Yeah. No, not in Hong Kong. No, you cannot buy shoes for others. Yeah, also representing no good. Yeah, in particular for New Year. We have a custom in here. The first month of New Year, Chinese New Year, don't buy shoes. Hai saying, yes, hai saying, that means it's no good. Yeah, don't buy shoes. Even, you know, some of the custom they said, don't shampoo your hair. You cannot shampoo. Not the whole month. It's maybe the first few days. Yeah, don't shampoo your hair. And also don't use the broom. So that you don't use the broom to brush your home in Chinese New Year. Yeah, because they say that if you brush it, you brush all the wealth, you know, all the money. Yeah, so to whip everything up. Yeah, so that's why Chinese we are actually quite superstitious. Yeah, and also, can you give away scissors? Can you give away sharp items? You know, buy somebody's a knife. In Japan, is it okay? Can you buy something? No? No, right? Yeah, in here also no. Yeah, we don't do that. Yeah. But the funny thing, also in Korea, they like to give away some practical things. So for example, they give away shampoo. When they give away gifts, they give away shampoo, the whole set of shampoo. Okay. And also they give away the spam, the luncheon meat. Yeah, the canned food, the luncheon meat, they give away the whole box of the spam. Yeah. So what is the normal gift? If you're New Year, what sort of gift that you give away to your family?
Sweet, snack,
Candy, yeah. Cookies, yeah. Okay. Yeah, more neutral, right? Yeah. And also last one for wedding. Usually we give money to the couple, right? Yeah, so we usually use the red envelope. In Hong Kong, we use a red envelope. In Japan, white, right? Yeah, in Hong Kong you cannot use white. Yeah, we usually will use red. Yeah, all the time. Yeah, so that's something. Yeah, just a culture. Yeah, but if you work in Hong Kong, of course you will get used to it. Yeah. Okay. So I think now, so for my sharing is probably I'll pause here. I would like to invite two volunteers. They already know. Volunteers. So this role play is that I will invite two, and also Natalie, to come here. So they will do the personal branding to tell the story. Okay, and I'm the client of them. So I will be their client, and then each one of them, they will present their story to me. So it would just persuade me to buy their service. Okay, and then I will share some feedback. Okay. So can I also grab another mic? Yeah. Okay, I'll do it. Thank you. Yeah.
Confidence.
Yes. Confidence.
Smile.
Yes.
Okay, my voice is very loud. No need a mic.
Okay, no need a mic. Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah. So, how many minutes? I have 1 minute version and 3 minutes version.
Okay. Yeah. So what time is we have? Yeah, maybe
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 3 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Hi, Elsie.
Hello.
I'm Natalie. I'm a jockey. No kidding. Today's costume look like jockey, but actually I'm an insurance advisor. I'm one of the Japanese insurance agent among 10,000 agents in Hong Kong Manulife. I'm full licensed insurance advisor, so I can handle all the insurance product line. And for personal client, I can I can provide life insurance, medical insurance, investment funds, domestic helper insurance, travelers insurance, fire insurance, and so on. For corporate, I serve MPA, I came to Hong Kong in 2006. My first year, I was learning Putonghua and finding a job. Then I came across this career and I was so excited about it because there were mainly two reasons. Firstly, I was fascinated by Hong Kong insurance products. I thought I wanted to buy them by myself. I wanted to tell it to the Japanese Hong Kong residents in my mother language. Secondly, I was attracted by the lifestyle as a self-employed. I really wanted to be my own boss. Yes, that's the motivation. But however, when I started my career in 2007 February, I had no friends and no acquaintances. So I cultivated my prospects by cold calling or wash building. But it was a nice marketing. Then I felt I got to the clue how I should go ahead. Then anyhow, I can survive. And this is my 50th year in Manulife. Yes, then lastly, I'd like to tell you my goals and ambition. As an insurance advisor, it is our dream to be a MDRT life member. MDRT is an honorable recognition and awards in our industry. And to be life member, we need 10 times qualification of MDRT. I have been qualified 5 times MDRT already. So I need 5 more times to be qualified. Yes, that's about me.
Okay, thank you, Natalie. Yes, thank you. So can I give you some suggestions?
Yes,
thank you for sharing your story. You mentioned that you are you actually handle all the insurances, either from employee benefits, and also company, so general insurance, okay. So in order for people to remember you, I think I would suggest that you want to put a niche. So which insurance you are very, very strong at, and also can help your clients to provide a very good service. Because I understood insurance agency, for your clients, they have a problem, they will call you. So they say, oh, what happened? I might break my leg or break the arm, so I need the medical. Or unfortunately, if there's something bad, the family will call you up. So my suggestion for you, so that people remember you from the professional level, is which one is more your niche and what sort of service that you actually provide. So that is on a professional level. At the personal, you also talk about your story, right? I think this is also very good that you talk about your passion. Again, how your passion relate to helping people. So maybe that will actually support you, that people remember your passion, not being one of the agency, but at the same time to help people. Okay, maybe some suggestions on that. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, okay. So I'm your client, potential client.
Potential client. Okay, so let me. Sure. Should be okay. Yes, I think I can use my mic to introduce myself. Okay, so hi Elsie, my name is Ken, and I'm a qualified Japanese lawyer working in Hong Kong. So I stay in Hong Kong already 2.5 years. So after I worked at a local law firm in Osaka previously for more than 5 years, and came here in 2 years ago. So the reason, let me share the reason why I came here. So actually the biggest reason for me was my personal background, which was that actually my father is originally from Hong Kong, but personally I was born and raised in Tokyo, so I cannot speak any Cantonese or Mandarin. Actually, my native language is only Japanese. But anyway, I have a personal background, so that brought me to Hong Kong. After coming here, actually, I was so into Hong Kong culture and Hong Kong people, because the people here are so nice. And also, perhaps you are one of them, but you really like Japan culture, food, sightseeing, anything. So actually, it is quite lucky for me to get along with Hong Kong people, and I'm really glad to support Hong Kong people using my knowledge and experience in the legal area, right? So okay, and let me introduce my job thing. And so what I'm doing here is, of course, as a lawyer, to support Hong Kong people regarding Japanese legal issue. And also I'm doing the opposite, which means supporting Japanese companies for Hong Kong legal issues. But anyway, the key word for me is cross-cultural legal support. So as I mentioned, I have 2 backgrounds. One is a Japanese nationality, and also I'm a mixed Japan and Hong Kong. So okay, let's take one good example in the legal industry. So if you make a contract with your business partner, I think Hong Kong people are really willing to write down many kind of things, or almost everything in the paper. But on the other hand, Japanese doesn't like to do so, because always the Japanese contract or any legal documents are really vague. So that's a good example of the gap, the legal gap between Hong Kong and Japan. So what I should do for you is just cross the bridge of this kind of gaps, and of course support as a legal profession. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. I think Ms. Yung has also together with Natalie. Yeah, so very good presentation. Thank you. I think that's one good thing is to talk about your connection between Japan and Hong Kong. That actually feel more comfortable as a Hong Kong client to feel like, oh, okay, so you know Hong Kong, okay. And also, I think one thing maybe you want to stress once again to talk about a little bit more is maybe some example. You also mentioned about the contract example, which is good. Maybe you also want to share maybe the conflict. How you resolve the conflict between different cultures. Yeah. So because I believe doing business, you might have different views. So Hong Kong, we have our view. Japan has their view, right? So I think maybe slightly you can mention it as well to talk about how you bridge the conflict, so that from the client perspective, I feel very trustworthy, saying this lawyer can support me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe a recommendation for you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so that's the almost the that's actually the end of my presentation. Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I welcome any comments later on to share when we have some snacks. Yeah, okay. And also,
Can we have a Q&A session? Because
Yes.
there are some online guests here.
Ah,
so
sure.
perhaps-
Yes, please. Yes, yes. Any questions?
No question.
No question.
Online participant.
Oh, okay. So anyone would like to share some comments or any feedback? That's fine. Yeah. So not necessarily any questions, but any feedback. Do you feel it's easy to work in Hong Kong? Yes. Yes. Anyone feel it's easy? Someone say not sure. Okay. Any particular thing that you think is you're still learning? Maybe. Yeah. Learning about the way of communication, maybe, or maybe if you deal with clients, maybe they have a different expectation. Yeah. Yeah. I realize that's what I'm saying. Hong Kong people is so impatient. We want the thing now. Yeah, we want things now, happening now. Yeah. So that's why I think probably have to get used to it. Yeah, people keep chasing you. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Hong Kong people tend to be very impatient. I'm the one as well. Maybe my staff will feel that. I keep asking them where we are in terms of those jobs. But I know in Japanese culture they wait. Yeah, they wait. They don't. My friend also in Japan. If I ask them something, I'll wait for 2 days. No response. Okay. So for me, maybe I feel like, oh, what happened? Why no response? But my friend said, because there is no update, so that's why I don't contact you. I will contact you when I have update, right? But I said, you need to let me know. Yeah, maybe that's my impatience is starting. Yeah. So I still have to learn myself to be more patient. Okay. Yeah. So any further comments? Yes, please.
So you mentioned that personal, like online presence is very important. So I realized that in Japan, they always have the same name. So for example, you have many Elsie Yung in Japan, and they always, when you search Facebook, they always, you have multiple profiles coming up. So do you have any strategy to combat the name duplication in the Japanese context?
Okay, yeah, good question. So if you, okay, so for example, Facebook, I think that you can actually have a description about yourself. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll look at it now later. But on LinkedIn, definitely there is about on the below your name. So I usually will suggest my client to make sure that you have got your the storyline on the about, so that people know that. For example, Takahashi. Yeah. So for example, Takahashi-san is good at something. So people can relate. This Takahashi-san is the one that I know. Yeah, because a lot of Takahashi-san. Okay. But their profession will be different. Yeah. So you need to highlight in the about, or maybe in the Facebook description about the keywords, the story. Yeah, people immediately will relate the name versus you. Well, of course, a very nice profile picture can help. Very nice profile picture. Yeah, professional one. Yeah.
Elsie,
I'll preview my.
okay. How do you think my strategy? I'm a chairman of Wakyokai, so I meet many people every week or every month. Then we exchange a name card. I dare not to give my professional name card. Instead, I give them Wakyokai name cards. Then let them think, Natalie, what she's doing. Then that's my dare not to give my name card first time. Then maybe second time or third time, I will tell them I'm a Manulife agent. That's my, how do you think my strategy? I think it's more impressive for them to remember me. But how do you think?
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you for your question. Yes, of course, you have different roles to play. Yeah, so you are the chairlady of the guy. You are the agent. Like managing your clients. So what I suggest is when you give out name card, you can actually give both if it's appropriate. Okay. The reason is, of course, you know, you have a role in the Wakugai, you are the chair. At the same time, you want the connections know about your profession. I think on a professional level, it's fine to talk about, you know, what you're doing, because that makes you unique. Because maybe the English name, Natalie, there are so many Natalies. Yeah, so they can't remember you. So you want to find a niche, a particular point that people remember you, associate with your name. Yeah, so I think on a professional aspects, is also good to associate your name with your profession. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
というわけで、エルシーさん、ありがとうございました。オンラインの方も特に質問はなさそうでしょうか。なさそうですね。すみません。はい、そうしましたら、これでエルシーさんの本日の講演を終わらせていただきたいと思います。皆さん、ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much for the
Thank you.
presentation.
Thank you.
Can you close your sharing?
Right.
じゃあちょっと最後に私の方で今後の予定だけ説明させていただきたいと思います。今後のイベントですね。はい。今月20日に、オンライン講演会、中国法、香港法、翌年来るということで、3人の弁護士、今日司会執行していただいた増山さんを含むですね、はい、3人の弁護士の方が中国法、香港法、翌年来る年というテーマで、オンラインでご講演いただきます。現時点でもう60名ぐらいの参加する結構人気のセミナーになっていますので、ご希望の方は早めにお申し込みください。そして年が明けまして、現在毎月6日に開催している山茶会ですね。はい。新年最初1月6日の昼12時から、アドミラルティのメイン都市ローでの開催となります。そして、来月の定例会ですが、こちらの毎年恒例のですね、風水講座ですね、マインド風水特別講座ということで、彦坂先生から、来年の、世界情勢とか、コロナどうなっていくかとか、そんな話をしている予定です。ちょっと2月以降の定例会はまだ未定なんですが、山茶会は、ですね、6日が、週末の場合は、その前後の平日ということになりまして、2月は2月7日月曜日、3月は3月7日月曜日に、昼12時からメイン都市ローで開催。こちらも、定員が24名となっていますので、毎回ほぼ満席という形なので、ご希望の方はお早めにお申し込みいただければと思います。はい。あと、お願いとしてはですね、はい、オンライン参加の方ですね、Zoom 終わった後、ウェブアンケートが開きますので、ぜひ、今日の講演の感想とかですね、今後の協会で講演してほしいことなどをお知らせいただければと思います。また、会場参加の皆様にも、今日のリマインダーメールの中に、オンラインのアンケートが入ってますので、ぜひ、今日の講演の感想とか、今後は協会でやってほしいこととか、そういうことをぜひ、オンラインアンケートの方からリクエストお待ちしております。はい、そうですね、時間もちょうど8時26分ということになりましたが、何かコメントしたい方、いますか？大丈夫ですか？はい、大丈夫ですね。はい。じゃあ、これをもちまして、定例会の方はこれをもちまして、終了とさせていただきます。来月の定例会は1月 20日、こちら会場参加だけになります。はい。オンラインの方は、1週間後ですね、ちょっとこれはオンラインでは無料で話せませんと言われてしまって、1週間後のこれ1月27日に、彦坂先生がオンラインの、有料講座をする予定でおります。そちらもちょっとメルマガで流す予定でおります。なので、香港在住の方はぜひ会場の方にお越しください。オンラインで参加ご希望の方は1週間後のですね、1月27日に、有料のオンライン講座が開催されますので、そちらへの参加をご検討ください。はい、では以上となります。はい、では、これをもちまして、定例会の方、終了とさせていただきます。皆様、ご参加ありがとうございました。